We can take 3 guys off the bench and show you some good. Mitchell Robinson now back for a second game.
That was good to see. It really was, because Mitchell Robinson changes the game on both ends of the floor with his athleticism. His defense is tremendous. He's flying all over the place. He's making up for mistakes. And how about that? Rocks the rim at the Garden, gets the crowd going. All the kids in the stands love seeing the high-flying athleticism that Mitchell Robinson brings. Give me that. Give me that weak stuff. Swats that thing, keeps it in bounds. Another block leads to transition opportunities. You know, he's been in and out of the lineup because of injuries, and you know, it's good to see him healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy and continue to have contributions like that. 8 points. He doesn't really miss shots very often. He's active on the offensive glass. He's really good in the alley-oops and the pick and rolls because he knows his role. It's to go to the front of the rim and finish when that ball is thrown up there. So that was a good sign to see how he played for the Knicks.
And we talked about this in the pregame, how much he has to play because he missed 13 games with the injury. And this is a guy who didn't play last year at all in college, so he's incredibly raw, and he's out there, and David Fizdale is basically telling him, just go and play. Just get out there, get the reps. So the fouls are going to happen. Let him happen. Let him make mistakes and let him learn from this stuff. But the more minutes he gets the rest of the season, the better.
What did you see from Frank Ntilikina today?
Phenomenal game. I really did. It's amazing to me how from one game to another he can look like a completely different player because of the mentality he shows right when he gets in the game. This was at the end of the first quarter. Switches on to a superstar and just right in his grill, you know, like all over him. Does not give him an inch. Paul George can't get by him. That was phenomenal physical defense, moving his feet. Good one-on-one action. And this is what I like to see. When he gets dared to shoot, got to knock down those open jump shots. In the first half, he had 5 points, had a really nice move to the basket, too, which was good to see. See here, he sets that move up, Allen, with his jumper. Nice little floater off the left with the left. Those kind of contributions by him are what the Knicks need from their guys off the bench. Him, Trier, and Mitchell Robinson really did a good job when they got into the ballgame.
Now, the 4 for 12 shooting is obviously for him. That's the area that he continues to have to work on. You like to see the aggressiveness. And again, as people are trying to figure out what is he going to be going forward, it's another thing David Fizdale talked about before the game, how he's still trying to learn what he can be. But one thing he's starting to see is that he's got to be the guy that focuses on being a defensive player, learning how to play off the ball, and he thinks he's a winning player. Now, to be a winning player, of course, you make winning plays, but you have to also have talent around you that allows you to play that game. The intangible guy doesn't look as good on a team when there's not a lot of talent. You know, you take Draymond Green and put him on a team that nobody can shoot. Draymond Green's suddenly an ordinary player. So I think they're trying to develop him into that kind of a player, but a lot of fans don't agree. A lot of fans think he's a lead point guard and he should be running an offense, and David Fizdale disagrees. He thinks let him be that defensive stopper, learn how to be that guy, and learn how to play off the ball and let him grow. But as they get more talent here, they think he'll be a better player.
When I think of Allonzo Trier, I think of a guy who can create a shot. Well, he had 8 assists in this game today.
Allonzo Trier looks back to his old self that he was at the beginning of the season. I think that injury really slowed him down a little bit, but he came out in this game and he got started right away. I love the way the guys came off the bench. They were focused, they were ready. That was the first play of the game.
52 bench points, Wally.
52 bench points is huge. That was the first play of the game. Mitchell Robinson alley-oop. That's the ISO Zoe that we remember. Him put people in the blender, him displaying his handles, him creating offense in a one-on-one situation. You know, when you ask him to be the pure point guard and bring the ball up the floor and orchestrate and run the offense, I think he struggles a little bit. But when you put him in plays where he can make people better and he can make decisions to possibly shoot or pass, that's when he thrives. And we saw it tonight with the 8 assists. You put him in pick and roll, you let him beat his man one-on-one, he's going to make the right play for himself to possibly score, or he's going to find someone else to get them an easy basket.
Not going to force shots, which is that's part of what he has to learn not to do, is not to force. And you're seeing in a game like this where he was learning not to do that. Defense for him is obviously the next frontier, where he has to become a little more locked in defensively and take it personal. But one step at a time, get him back healthy. That hamstring, you could tell it was affecting his numbers, and people started to say, oh, he got the contract, now the league's figured him out. Well, that's not true. It's that he didn't have his legs under him. He's finally getting his legs back under him. We're seeing that player we saw early in the season.